Hey, salam alaikum. Alaikum Makwenda and Sara. Salam alaikum Quadria Congo. Hope you're all having a wonderful morning. First, I want to say thank you guys for being there yesterday in the live that I had with Tata Yancy. Great live. And real quick, tonight I'm going live with Tata Andy, where Andy's going to share a little bit of his story because a lot of you have gone through a similar situation that Andy has gone through. And excuse me for the background noise. I'm in the highway here. I'm driving. I'm gonna start with a little story. I traveled to another state. It was a while back, and I met up with a goddaughter that I was gonna do a ceremony to. I was gonna do a ritual to do something with her pot. And I remember the day my godchild she came to the Munanso, and I asked her, "Tell me the reason that you want to learn this tradition, that you want to become a practitioner." Obviously, she had a path on it. And this godchild came from another Munanso that her ceremonies was not done correct, and the godchild wasn't receiving any knowledge at all, wasn't being taught nothing. And we finished the ceremony, and then we decided to go out to get a bite to eat. But going back, she told me, "Tata, I really want to learn this." This was her what she said. "I really want to learn this because I want to help people. Because I lived a life that has been very hard, and I want to use this knowledge to help others, to heal others, to make a better world." And that touched me, and I was like, "Wenda, okay." Then I asked the Nganga, and Nganga says, "Wenda, right?" With a warning. And I was like, huh. It gave me a warning. I investigated the warning. Um, but now going back a little bit forward. So we went out to eat. And this guy was probably just having a hard time, a hard day. The server, the person that was serving us, was probably having a hard day. Was very busy. It seemed like there weren't enough staff to take care of all the tables and give the good service. And my godchild she was getting frustrated. She's like, "Oh, they're slow. They're not doing things right. The order is all wrong." And she was getting very angry. And I remember her words when she says, "As soon as I get home, this mother effer is going into the nganga." I put my fork down. I put my knife down, and I looked at her. And the first thing that came into my mind was, did I fail my goddaughter? Did I do something wrong? Did I not teach my godchild the right way? And I felt like a totally failure. Like it was my fault that I did something wrong, that I didn't take the time to explain uh, more in depth what this tradition is. Here comes a person that is first saying, "I want to heal, I want to help," to a few years in the practice. Oh, if a person looks at me wrong, they're going inside the Nganga. That is not what Palo is. This is not what this tradition is. Okay? It's not. Can we do a lot of um, strong things, or let's use the word negative things with this tradition. Yes, we can, but there's a time, a reason, justification to defend yourself, to defend someone else. It's not because somebody looked at you the wrong way. It's not because you had a little argument with someone and now you go arriba en ganga and you start working this person, you start going against this person. That's not what this tradition about is about. This tradition is about medicine. It's about helping that spirit, that soul, uh, get evolution, get them out of a hard time if they have financial issues, right? Palo is not about, oh, my man left me. Let me go and learn how to do this so I could work this person. If your partner left you, it's because they're not longer in love with you. They don't feel anything about you for you. Let them go. Doesn't mean for you because you have this knowledge to be on top of el brujo, on top of the enganga, and start doing a lot of negative work. What you're doing is you're staining that spirit. You're also getting the spirit that you work with get addictive to doing a lot of negative work. Don't misunderstand me. You gotta defend yourself. You gotta defend yourself. Okay. If somebody is threatening you, you bet I'm gonna go arriba en gang and I'm gonna start protecting myself. Primero yo, después ellos. Protect myself. I'm gonna be throwing. I'll throw. Ask questions later because I was threatened. Somebody's going against my life. That's a big difference than because you were in a restaurant and somebody didn't give you good service. Okay. I hope you guys are understanding the difference. This is not about witchcraft, dark work, uh, doing a lot of negative things. Because in reality, I don't care what other people say. Karma is karma, and karma will come back to get you if you don't have a justification, if you don't have a reason, a good reason why you're going to be doing negative work. Karma will get back to you and you will pay the hard way. And I know a lot of tatas and yayas will say, well, yeah, I could just do an ensara and take that karma away from me. No. And it's not that I don't know how to do those ensaras, but one way or another way, you will pay because we change. How do I put it? How do I want to use the right word? We mess around with destiny. We flip the destiny around. We stop destiny. We change destiny. Yes, destiny cannot be changed all the way. Destiny cannot be changed forever. It's always gonna go back to its original plan. For example, if you're doing a love spell and it wasn't destined for you and that person to be together, there are things that we do to make you guys come back together, but eventually destiny is gonna go back to the way it was, and you're gonna end up splitting up with that person. You're gonna end up breaking up with that person. And what happens is the universe might have somebody way better for you than this person. But you want it the hard way, and now you're doing witchcraft and you're doing a lot of negative work, and now you're holding that blessings back. Even when we start doing money spells, we don't know exactly where the money comes from. That money might come from somebody who does a lot of underground work, blood money. Right? So you have to be specific. This is it's simple. Like Tata Yancy said yesterday, tabaco y ron. It's very simple, very easy, but you still need to have an understanding how to work, how to ask. Because if you go arriba en ganga, you start doing witchcraft, I want this person, blah, blah, and ganga's going to bring it to you. But this person might be a beater, will emotionally always put you down. And then you got to complain in ganga, and ganga's like, yeah, but you didn't say specifically what you wanted, right? I keep saying the word right, right, right. It's a habit. Just a little quick video, guys. I will have Tata Yancy, no, not Tata Yancy, sorry. I have Yancy in my mind because something that he said. I will have Tata Andy tonight, live interview. Um, guys, write down your questions, ask questions. I do these videos for you guys to give you an insight, to bring you some knowledge, to bring you a different point of view. Okay. I also do it mostly for my godchildren. Because, like I said in a previous video, this is what I'm leaving them behind, where they could go back into the recordings and see their godfather, right? I do it for my godchildren, a different point of view. Because not everyone has all the secrets, all the right words. But I also want to share with you that is behind this screen, that is looking at this video right now, because a lot of people have a lot of questions. They're shy. They don't know how to ask. They're afraid. Well, if I comment here and my godfather sees this, my godfather's gonna see this as a betrayal. In none of my videos do I say don't go against your godfather, don't listen to your godfather. But just like me, I don't have the answers to everything. And this is directly to my godchildren. I don't have the answers to everything. So I bring guests, I bring other people, I bring people that have similar stories to you guys. And my godchildren tell me all the time, Tata, Yaya, we are lucky that we found you because it's really bad out there. That you give your money away and nobody's willing to explain to you. Or they say this, Cállate, you're not ready for that. Shut up, listen, don't interrupt. And I know you guys have millions of questions. And the same excuse, Tata Yaya, I know you're busy. I know you're going through a lot of things. You're doing things. You're helping this person. Yes. But unfortunately, that's our path. That's what we picked. And now going back, this tradition is not about let me hurt somebody. Let me do witchcraft day and night. Are there people like that? I'm not gonna lie, right? I got a little bit excited because he did the Ansara. And according to what he was explaining to me, and this was just a conversation, I didn't go a Rivenganga to ask, right? And to me, like he did the Ansara, and a few days later, it got reversed. So I got excited, but I didn't get excited because it was reversed to him that he received a negative impact. I got excited because he got in my head, and you're gonna think it's weird. I got excited because I thought that he had received a feeling on how it is when somebody works you. Because when somebody works you, somebody is doing things to you not a wonderful feeling, but it's an experience that we all have to go. And I was like, yeah, man, you got your cherry popped. Now you're gonna feel what Wanga is, what spiritual war is, right? I was like, yeah, right? And I was like, Mijado, I need you to feel that. Because I could sit here all day and explain to you how it feels when somebody's working you, but it's not the same until you feel it and you feel tired. You're driving, you almost get into 1,000 accidents. Something's happened when your car just breaks down. Your life is always in danger. But those are things that we don't talk about here, right? And don't misunderstand me. I wasn't happy like that way. Like, oh yeah, you getting messed up, you're getting fucked up, right? It wasn't that. It was like now you understand the feeling. You understand how the energy works. So when you do it, now you're gonna say, "Oh man, I've been there." Or when somebody talks to you, and you say, "Look, I've been there. I know how it is. It's a very nasty feeling." And I'm like, "Hey, be glad you're still alive and you're not freaking 6 feet under." Those were my exact words. And you guys might think, "Man, you're crazy." It's not, because it's about the experience. It's about something that he learned, he felt. Because when somebody's working you, you're like, what do I do? How do I defend myself? And you need to have the experience. It's part of this tradition. Spiritual wars happen all the time, especially people like us, YouTubers who expose ourselves. We get thrown every day. And I was talking to another a god brother of mine, and he's like, "How do you do it?" And I told him, there's a lot of people that go and handle snakes, and they let the snake bite them, or they inject themselves with the venom because they want their body to create an immunity, right? They want their body to get used to it. And that's how I did it. People threw at me, I let it. I let it mess me up. I let it make me feel like crap because I want the spirit, my body, to get used to it, to be able to handle it. And then here I come and I clean myself and I remove the things. Because if I don't go through that, how would I teach and explain to someone else how it feels? The headaches, the blurry visions, the one of vomiting, the voices in my head make telling me to do things, waking up in the middle of the night with somebody talking into my ear. I know I got off the subject. I'm good at doing that. I'm like the best freaking tata to get off the subject, where I put a subject and then I totally get off of it, right? But the reason why I do that is this, because I start a subject and then somebody gets on, the spirit is saying, "Look, man, I know you have a subject, but somebody needs to listen to this. Somebody needs to hear this message. Even one of my godchildren probably needs to hear this message." It's a message. I don't mean to do that, guys. And I do apologize. But sometimes when we talk from Kunanchila, from the heart, and we embonda the words that that energy is telling us to speak, the energy is going to switch it right very fast. In an interview, I try to keep it the same thing. And then we end up doing something else, talking about something else, right? Um, but don't think that this tradition is about fula, chicken killers, and doing negative work. Do your research, talk. Now, are there houses out there that is specialized in this? Yes, they are. There are houses that specialize in negative working. And that's all they do is negative working, because their ensila um, is that. And I don't mean, when I use the word negative, I want to say more a stronger type of word. Just like there are houses that specialize in just healing, 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 healing. And then there's houses that are in between. They teach about healing, and they teach you the light. But in order for you to understand the light, you need to understand the darkness. You need to also, they'll teach you about the negative work, but they will also give you the antidote. And it's not just for your clients, it's for you. Because when you being worked, it's when you start panicking. But you will only start panicking if you accept the energy. Escucha cuento gandulero que yo mismo tate en bonda. Listen to what I just said. If you accept the energy, if in your mind you say, man, I just got hit, I got effed up, they're working me, you opened yourself, you opened the spirit, your spirituality, you open and you accepted an energy does not belong to you. Now the energy just got to you. That was something that was very hard for me to learn and understand. And that's why I say we tatas, yayas, we could be arrogant, right? When we start saying, and that shit ain't gonna hit me, right? It's gonna hit my body and just lie down like butter. It's not gonna penetrate. It's not gonna go inside of me. It's not gonna do anything. Because we train our mind to not accept negativity. Because once you accept it, that is it. That's it. You welcomed it. It's like somebody's knocking on your door and you're like, man, I know this guy is gonna try to rob me, come in my house and steal things, might hurt me. But here you are, "Duh, let me open the door." And you open the door and you let the person in. That's what we do. That's what most of people do. They accept the negative energy and then they start calling people, well, I've been fucked up and I know somebody's working. And in my mind it's like, yeah, because you gave the other person power. Now let me cleanse you. Let me do this. And in a way, we have to remove that, but also help them psychologically so they do not accept that. And a lot of times, when this is right and you're strong here, you're not gonna accept that. There's always beef up there. How many of you go to YouTube and you see this Tata, this other Tata, this Yaya, this other Yaya talking crap? They're going at it, but no one gets hurt. No one is getting messed up. Nobody's 6 feet under because those are trained Tatas, trained Yayas to not accept those words because words have power. And if you accept those words, you just telling them, yeah, come in my spirit, come in my body, do the damage. Duh. You understand? Well, just a quick video. Don't forget, tonight I'm going live, Tata Andy. And I know a lot of you guys been requesting this person, that person. And like I said in the previous video, people tend to forget where they come from. When I call them up, text them, the first thing they say is this: how many followers do you have? It's like they care more about the fame and about how many people are watching, ratings, than let me help somebody. And that right there gets me a little bit sad, right? Because it's not about that. This tradition is not about that. It's not about ratings. It's not about how many people are listening to me. Am I gonna get famous? Do you have more than 10,000 followers? And I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. You forgot where you came from? Did you forget cuando tú mismo Inca de Fumaco? Yo recuerdo Santa Noche que yo mismo Tata Inca de Fumaco arriba en Ganga. When I first got in front of the Nganga, I was no one. You forgot that you were once no one, that nobody knew about you, and now you got a little bit of fame, or you wrote a book, and people started following you. You got a name for yourself. You're like, nah, my shit don't stick. I ain't looking down at the smaller guy that doesn't have that many followers, and they don't want to give people an advice. That is sad. So it's a little bit hard for me to get, you know, more guests out here. So just bear with me. If any of you out there watching this video want to do a live with me, want to come as a guest in my life, if you are Tata, you are Yaya, that you've been practicing this, and you want to become part of this movement to help others, give others advice, inbox me. Let's get together. Let's do it. Let's bring light to those that are in darkness. Let's bring knowledge to those that are seeking knowledge. And let's change this thing that is going on. I hate you. I hate the Tata. I don't like the Tata. And become one conscience. Come together. Become united. That's all, guys. Y que Zambia locutara con mucho más Jiménez. Bye bye.